Hello, Fellow-litas. I've got a lot of stuff, mostly from Meta, that I have been meaning to catch up on after my last live stream, but today I had to skip ahead because this package from Spree Now just arrived. It's got inside of it some stuff that I have been super duper looking forward to, and because the brand has just re-released something in a very similar style, I thought this would be a really good time to post a review about this, since the plus size versions of the items that this brand makes are only available during the pre-order periods. The brand that I am talking about is called Chemical Romance, hence why I'm wearing this Scene Kid throwback tank top from my high school days. And the releases I have in this package are from the Sweetheart Birthday line, which was available for pre-order in August of 2021. Chemical Romance is probably best known for the Sweetie Doll Machine, JSK/Salopette. They make prints that are super bright, super saturated, super detailed, and just super kidsy cutesy. They're not going to be to everyone's taste, but they are very much to my taste. And when I saw the Sweetheart Birthday line's release and realized that it would come in my size, I had to take a chance on it. Though again, because this is a Chinese brand from Taobao and I am a tall, plus size, and swole Lolita, there is a very good chance that not everything I got is going to fit me perfectly. So I got the Sweetheart Birthday Party OP and the Sweetheart Birthday Party Salopette. When I ordered through Spree Now back in August, the brand had listed the standard sizes and then another size that had been translated as custom size. However, after clicking that and adding my measurements in the notes section, a representative from Spree Now actually said there are extended sizes you could order through that option, but they were not actually technically custom size. So I had to look at the size charts for the other various options, and I chose what I thought was probably going to have the best chance of fitting me. For the OP that I got in the magenta/rose/red colorway, I chose the 5XL, and it's listed as having a bust of 126, a waist of 120, a length of 91 centimeters, a shoulder width of 43 centimeters, and a sleeve circumference of 41 centimeters. That waist measurement seems like it's going to be really big on me, since my waist has been fluctuating around 102 centimeters lately. The rest seems totally fine, but that length of 91 centimeters has me really nervous, because usually I go for things that are 96 centimeters or longer in total length, because I am 6 feet tall, and sometimes I can get away with wearing an underskirt, but most of the time I cannot. Now for the suspender skirt version I got in yellow, I also got the 5XL, but because it's not an OP, it's a lot more size flexible. I also got the matching wrist cuffs and headwear for these sets, so today I thought we would unbox them. Please cross your fingers for me that both of these will not require a flat lay funeral, because I am hoping that between the OP and the overall style suspender skirt Salopette, that there will be at least one set in here that I can keep and enjoy. Whichever one doesn't fit me as well, or God forbid if both of them do not fit me, they will at least be able to go up on Lace Market, and all of you will be able to make an informed decision as to whether or not you would like to purchase from my Chemical Romance. I always want to say My Chemical Romance. That's not their name. You'll be able to make an informed decision as to whether or not you think the Chemical Romance Lolita shop on Taobao will be able to work with your measurements. So as usual, I used Spree Now to make my Taobao purchase. I find that their system is really useful to me because they translate everything. The customer service has been really good so far, and I like the ability to group things based on how I want them to ship. I also think that as Taobao shopping services go, they're pretty price transparent. They let you choose the amount of stuff that they ship to you in each package, so you can group things up to save on shipping, or if it seems like it's better to spend a little less on shipping and go in multiple rounds, you can do that as well. So the only thing in this box is the Chemical Romance release, though I did put in some other orders around the same time. They just came at different times because of the pre-order period. So let's see what we've got here. This would be the yellow, and this would be the pink. Oh my goodness, do you see this little guy already? Oh my goodness. Here are the pink accessories, and here are some garment bags. Now I'm a little concerned that I'm not seeing any yellow accessories in a separate package. I am seeing what might be the yellow accessories grouped in with this yellow package. So let's actually open the yellow Salopette cut first, just to make sure that I don't have to send a message to Spree now being like, yo, where's my accessories? Okay, yeah, here they are. No worries. Wow. Oh my goodness, these waist ties. These babies really jumped out at me. Look how cute these are. I've never seen a waist tie with like a plush end, but these little hearts on the bottom are pillows and they say happy birthday. And they've got a little celebratory bunny and a little murderous bear. Oh, that is so me. Violent and adorable. That is very me. Let's open the accessory first. Looks like it came with a little embroidered pin. That is very cute. Nice little bun bun. Ah, yeah, everything is here. No worries there. So these are the wrist cuffs. I got the wrist cuffs that came with this because, first of all, the measurements seem to indicate they would fit my thick wrists, and they do, but also because these dresses are so hard to match in my mind as far as their colors go. So I wanted to make sure I'd have one way to coordinate them right out of the gate, and to me, that meant getting the wrist cuffs that came with it and the headdresses. Though I did get a different style of headdress for the yellow than I did for the pink. This one's kind of more like a maid style. It's just got this fan of fabric on top. It's got one of the little embroidered bunnies, and it's got some bows on the side. And let's try it on. I love it. Amazing. All right, so let's take a closer look at this dress. Oh my goodness. Oh yes, this is gonna look a little short on me. I can already tell that this is a pretty short skirt on me. Something to keep in mind though about being tall in Lolita is that while sometimes you do want an extra bit of length to conform to the standards of the fashion, something like this is already so experimental. It is unique. It does not follow a lot of the conventions that the fashion has in like the traditional sense. This is very new school Lolita. So in my mind, as long as it fits me and looks good on my proportions, I don't really care if the skirt is long enough. I can wear an underskirt under it if I need to give it more length to conform to Lolita conventions, but it's so cute that I might just wear it in a general J fashion kawaii capacity and be happy with that as well. And that is totally valid. You don't have to wear Lolita clothing in a Lolita way. You never do. Just be careful about what you call Lolita and in what setting you do that. There are a lot of purists on the internet who will try to snatch the bow right off your head if they don't think that what you've done is Lolita enough to be called Lolita. So if you are going to stray off the beaten path, just call it Lolita inspired to cover your bases and they will not be able to come for you. I love it. I'm gonna put the waist ties on it as well. I should mention right off the bat that this does have a side zipper right here, which means that it will be easy to get in and out of, and it also has a quarter panel of shirring in the back that seems very generous. I have no doubt that this will fit me width-wise. It's all going to be about length and proportion for me. Now the waist tie button is extremely adorable. It is a little yellow gummy bear. So let's just add these back on because I definitely want them on. There's definitely a right side and a wrong side to these, so when you do put them on, make sure that you've got the design side facing out. So while we're looking at the back, here are some more details. The straps crisscross in the back and they are adjustable in length with 3 different buttonholes and these little bear-shaped buttons, which nobody's ever gonna see, but they're used anyway. How cool is that? Oh, and I just noticed it has a pocket. It has one over here and it does not have one on the zipper side, so it is a single pocket, but I'll take a single pocket over nothing. Now it says here that this is a size 3XL, so I'm sure the future me in editing this video will have put the correct size back there, but yes, to confirm, this is a 3XL. And based on where I usually hang my things, it does seem like the skirt brushes the top of my countertop here, so I have some hope that it will fit me pretty well. And the waist ties do not seem to have been sized up specifically, but there does seem to be quite a bit of room for them anyway, at least to make a pretty short and compact little bow. So let's flip her around to the front. So this bib part of the apron thing is really cute. It is both printed and embroidered, and I didn't know this when I ordered it, but this little message on top of the bunny's head says, "You'll be next." There's definitely some dark themes here. Some of these bears have butcher knives chopping into their necks. Some of them are tied up. There are little tombstones that say RIP, and this bear seems to be trying to drown himself in the bath. Oh no. A lot of these bunnies and bears are also screaming for help on the bottom of this skirt. Again, I feel like I am edgy enough to be able to appreciate this, but massive trigger warning for anyone who buys from this brand. If you have issues or a past when it comes to self-harm or suicidal ideation, maybe skip this one. But if you're into the violence or you can get past the imagery, you got to admit that this is super cute. It's so detailed, and this polyester outer shell is really well printed and really, really soft. Seems like a very high quality. The lace on the bottom has birthday cakes and bunnies, and there is a lining layer with a half crinoline ruffle on the bottom to just give it some extra poof without even a petticoat, which is another good sign that it can be worn outside of Lolita. And the straps that cross in the back are attached to this front yoke, but the whole yoke can be removed as well. The circular outer part is connected to the rest of the straps and the lining underneath, which is just a typical kind of overall, but it can be removed, which means that if I do have issues with the length and proportion of this, I can always remove the front and just wear it as a skirt if I wanted to, and maybe repurpose this or extend the back straps in some way to make it fit me better. And it matches its accessories very well. Adorable, and definitely not what I expected. This went above and beyond my expectations. All right, I think we've seen enough of yellow for now. Let us go over the pink, which means these accessories are coming off to make room for the pink ones. Starting with the accessories first. The fabric and embroidered pin that this one came with is identical to the other one. Here are the pink version of the wrist cuffs, and they've got the same charms and bows and trim, and they also fit me equally well. Now for the pink, I did get the head bow. Oh my gosh, this is so cute. I do love this head bow. It's got little gummy bears and sweets and a spoon, and I tend to look really good in head bows, and this one does my favorite thing that head bows do, where you can move it to different parts of the headband, and you can lay it flat or have it stand up directly on top of your head. The head bow itself is covered in fabric, and now let's get the OP out. Ooh. So we have the same motif for the design of these waist ties for the OP, but whereas on the yellow has a contrast color, the OP has the same color as the base for the waist ties, which is one of the reasons I chose the yellow for the Salopette. I just really liked the way that this yellow pairs with this blue in this way, but as you will see in a moment, this collar had to be mine in pink. I am definitely concerned that this one might have fit issues for me. So let's take a closer look. To confirm, this is indeed the 5XL. Just hanging it up next to the yellow one, you can see that the proportions read extremely short in comparison. But it is just so Chiari Pamu crazy excellent. I love it. Let's get these babies attached. All right. So as with most OPs, this is a fixed size. There is no shirring in the back. The waist definitely looks like it should be able to accommodate me, as does the bust, but because of the way this bodice is cut and the way that it's proportioned and where the skirt falls next to it, I do suspect that this waistline will hit me more like an underbust, which makes me glad that it's got so much extra room over my natural waist measurement. As a result, this is probably going to look pretty baby doll on me. I'm not sure if that bodes well or not, because the models clearly do not have that going for them in the stock photos, but the things that I loved so much about the OP, I just had to give a chance in the pink. So let's talk about those for a second. For one thing, this double collar is to die for. They're both solid pinks, but they match the pinks in the polyester of the print so perfectly. And the cuffs on the edge of the sleeves are also striped with the light and the dark pink pink. I am a little concerned that my arms are not going to fit into this super well. I guess we can still hope and pray. And whereas the Salopette has a bunny face and this whole section is removable, this has a non-removable happy birthday cake motif and a little "you'll be next" message over here as well. Print itself is still spooky kawaii, kind of guro, kind of wonderful. The OP also has only one pocket, but again, a single pocket is better than none and we will take it. The Salopette only has the lace, but the OP has that same lace with an extra layer of pom-poms for bunny tail cuteness. And the lining underlayer is just a solid pink and does not include any sort of tulle for petticoat poofiness. The cut of the front does involve princess seams, so for those of us like me, like many of you, who enjoy the look of a princess seam on them, accentuating their bust line, this is going to be a really good cut in that way for us. Again, I'm a little concerned looking at the Shaka test, how high-waisted this will end up looking on me, but that will just have to be seen when we try it on. Flipping it around to the back, the skirt is super duper full. The matching waist ties just link up back here like this, and there is an invisible zipper that goes all the way down the back for ease of putting it on. It's a very well installed zipper and you can really barely tell that it's there when it's worn, I'm sure. No hook and eye at the top, but that is not a problem. And you get a better look at these critters with their doomed faces and their tied up bodies. Now, another thing I should mention is that these fabrics do actually seem to be different. The OP's outer shell is a little bit lighter. It's a little bit sheer. I don't know how well you can see it on camera. And while this is a lighter color and also lets through some light, you can only really tell by holding it, but the texture and the weight is quite different. This is just a thicker material and this is a lighter and floatier one. Might have something to do with the cut, but yes, we will see about that, I guess, as well. So if I was the type to place bets, I would bet that this pink one is not going to work for me, but that the yellow one will. I'm going to try both of these on, and in the event that I'm unable to coordinate it, I will still do a try on part of the video so that you can see how and where things went wrong for me. And if it's bad for both of them, then they will have a joint flat lay funeral. I've never done two flat lays on the same surface before, so it might be a little weird and different, but I do think that they deserve to be put to rest together if they're both going to pass on to another home. But I hope that won't be an issue, and if I do have to put one of these to rest and the other one fits, I will wear it to the flat lay funeral and give you a coordinate rundown and my thoughts on how it fits. Alright, so I guess the next time you see me, I will be a very happy camper or a very sad bear. Alright, Fellow-litas, this actually went a lot better than I was expecting. Still a bit on the fence as to whether or not this is a total fail, worthy of a flat lay funeral or not, but well, you be the judge with me, how about it? Behold, we have reached it fits status at the very least. As I suspected, the waistline of this really does fit me more like an underbust here, and my arms are about 41 centimeters around right now, and they fit just fine. The whole thing could do with a bit of pressing, and honestly, it seems pretty good. Just like at a glance, it seems nice. The waist ties can be tightened and it will look like this. I actually like how it looks better with the waist ties off/loosened, and let me show you why. I'm wearing my least confrontational, simplest, bare minimum bra here, and I have plenty of room as far as being able to fit in here. The issue really truly is the length on my proportions. While this looks cute as it is, in kind of a baby doll cut kind of way, kind of kid core-ish, tilting the camera down to give you a bit of a better view, it really does hit me at mid-thigh, and when I lift my arms over my head, behold. And herein lies the issue. When I lift my arms up and the waist ties are only loosely tied, the bottom of the bust line, aka the waistline, goes right over the top of my chest. And when they are tied at a tighter range, the issue still persists, though it kind of gets caught and gives me a halfway boob loaf cutoff sort of thing. So basically, this set would be absolutely perfect for somebody who is my size, but not my proportions, which is what we always fear when we order from a taobao brand. Now, I maintain this is not the fault of the brand. They are catering to what is average to plus size for Asia and the Asian population. I think it's honestly a miracle that it fits me as well as it does. And I'm really excited that I even got the opportunity to try this on in this way. However, based on how it's fitting me, I would say that if you are 5'6" or below as opposed to 6 feet tall, the proportions of this on you would be killer. So if you have a bust and under bust of about 120 to 110 centimeters, guess what? This is probably going up on Lace Market for you in like 20 seconds. So just look out for it, because just because it's not entirely love for me doesn't mean that it won't be totally love for you. And yes, I will be including the accessories in that, but is this yellow guy going to be a similar problem? I'm gonna change out of this, lay it on the bed over there to start the flat lay funeral process, and hopefully you will see me in a moment gushing about how cute the Salopette is on my body. Pray for me, Fellow-litas. Pray to Mana-sama with me. Success! So as I suspected, this Salopette is a much better fit. The only thing that I find at all off about it is actually the strap placement on the front. It's just a little narrow for my very broad shoulders, and it kind of wants to sit on top of my collar here, on top of this Target blouse. But if I just move them off to the side, you can see how this is kind of more how it's supposed to look, but it just doesn't stay there on me because my shoulders are broader than the average person's. So as a result, this particular blouse kind of covers up some of the detailing here, but I would say that this is a very good fit for me otherwise, even if it is a little bit on the short side. Let me show you. So where the waist falls on me here is actually at, or at least just above, my natural waist. And I didn't even have to move the straps down to the lowest button. I could probably buy myself another inch or so by moving that down by 1, but I don't actually think it needs that. It just barely covers the top of this petticoat, which is a really good shape for the skirt, I think. And while the bunny's face does get a little bit smush just because of where it hits on my chest, I wouldn't say that that's particularly a problem either. And the blue of this Target blouse is just perfect. I haven't actually paired this with anything else in my wardrobe as of yet, so this is the first time I'm really wearing it. It just matches so well with the blue in the border and on the waist ties, so I'm really thrilled. So I'm gonna finish getting ready, put on a proper coordinate with all the bells and whistles for the Salopette, and we will put the OP to rest. Thank you for joining us on this somber but beautiful morning as we put the chemical romance, sweet happy birthday party, OP, to rest for once and for all. This OP is incredible, and while it fits in quotation marks, it does not fit exclamation point, exclamation point, exclamation point. This is how I had planned to coordinate the OP with mirror accessories from Mirror Mirror Me, an off-brand ring, the head bow and wrist cuffs that I bought to match when the set was released, Roji socks, and white bodyline shoes. The details on this OP are impressive to say the least. The fabric is chiffony and luxurious. The bears and bunnies are both adorable and horrifying. Truly, this OP was everything I wanted it to be, except for long. And now, before it goes on Lace Market, we will pay our final respects. Oh, dear sweet OP cut. You were too young and too beautiful to leave us this way. I definitely expected us to have an amicable breakup, but I didn't expect for you to expire so spectacularly before my very eyes. Truly, I know that you will make some other Lolita, who is plus size but not tall, extremely happy, because I would bet that right now in the comments, there is somebody who is going, oh no, this is such a perfect dress. I love this print. This print is my dream. If only I had known about it sooner so that I could get in on that sweet plus size MTO goodness. And for you, there will be a second life, I am sure. You may not get to exist with this exact coordinate, but you will go on to a home where someone will love and cherish you, where you will be celebrated like the birthday party you represent. Perhaps even wear you on their birthday and give you the celebration that you deserve as a birthday party themed dress. Know that while we did not work out, your sister, the Salopette in yellow, will live on in my closet and be absolutely adorable and to die for. I will get lots of wear out of this, and I know that while it didn't work out for us, you don't begrudge me the enjoyment of your sister. So thank you very much, OP, for gracing this channel with your presence, and may you find peace on Lace Market. Fellow mourners, please do check the description below for a link to my Lace Market where you may purchase this deceased OP, and for the Mira Mira Me Deco shop in honor of this fallen beauty. You will get 40% off anything you order, no minimum purchase required, with the RIPOP code. Just type in RIPOP at checkout. We will honor this OP with your purchase. Well, this was definitely the silliest OP funeral I have ever had, and I don't know if I would call this a mourning cord in the traditional sense, but I had fun, and I hope you did too. Now, before we get too far along, let's talk about the cord that I did put together for the Salopette. In addition to the headdress, wrist cuffs, and Salopette itself from this release, I have paired it with my off-brand Target blouse by Universal Thread, a strawberry collar from In Control Clothing, these handmade bunny ears that light up, a BB&B Deco macaron necklace, a Mira Mira Me brooch and ring, some other off-brand rings, my 45cm petticoat from Me Likes Tea, my Trans Pride socks from Sock Dreams, and some off-brand yellow wedge heels that apparently my cat has gnawed since I last took them out. Well, I hope you had at least a quarter of as much fun with this video as I did. I'm definitely going to keep my eye on this brand from now on and just stick to the non-OP releases in the plus size ranges when I can get my hands on them. The Salopette gave me everything I wanted and more, and while I do wish I had gotten the other style of headdress in the yellow so that I could have that headdress in this color and wear the bow with this, I don't think it's going to be too much of a problem because I do have quite a few other yellow things and other similar headdresses in my wardrobe, and I'll just get as much use out of this baby as I possibly can by mixing and matching. So before we go, of course, you are looking for my bicep rating. I'm gonna give the Sweet Birthday Party OP 3.5 out of 5 biceps because it isn't really tall Lolita friendly, though it is swole friendly. It fit, though not as badly as I thought it might after taking it out of the package the first time, so I gotta give it some props for that. It's just not ideal for a 6 foot tall frame. But the Salopette from the same series is going to get 5 out of 5 biceps. Because while it is shorter than average, I really do not care. I think I look fabulous in it, and I'm going to get a lot of wear out of this baby. Before you leave, please do weigh in the comments if you have heard of this brand before. I know there are a lot of resellers and shopping services that carry this brand. Did you prefer the Salopette to the OP? Don't let my opinions influence you. I want to know your tea. If you liked this video, if you like finding out about plus size taobao releases, or you liked this print, please do give this video a thumbs up to help me with the YouTube algorithm. And while my analytics tell me that most of you are already subscribed to my channel, if you haven't already, please do subscribe. My uploads are no longer as frequent as they used to be, and while I had been trying to live stream on the first Saturday of every month, that is also now canceled for the month of March, but it is very hard for me to get in touch with all of you if you're not subscribed to my channel. So if you subscribe and ring that notification bell, I will be able to get more information to you. You'll get advance notice on my new videos and premieres and live streams as they're happening, and you can also follow me at Elvira Wrestling on Instagram because I post my cord breakdown breakdowns there as well as other information, because I can't rely on the YouTube algorithm to get you guys the information I'm trying to send you. Please help me out by following me also on Instagram. And again, if you want to get your hands on one of my mirror pins, now is a great time. You can follow the brand at Mirror Mirror Me Deco on Instagram, and you can use the RIPOP code for 40% off your total order. I just updated a huge amount of stuff, so if you haven't looked at it in a while, now's a good time. Get your pieces in advance with this discount while you can, because on Sunday, April 24th, I will be exhibiting at the Butler Cafe V Garden of Unity event in San Jose, California. It's going to be at the San Jose Women's Club, and all of the profits I make at that event will be donated to the GLBT Historical Society of San Francisco. So if you're in the area, please come see me then, but if you want something in particular, I can't guarantee it won't sell out before then or at the event, so please do get your orders in now. Alright, now that all my shilling is out of the way, I will take this moment to thank y'all once again for watching my channel. You made it through another video of mine, and I really appreciate you sticking all the way to the end with me. You frilly folks mean more to me than you may ever know, so thank you so much for sticking with me through my very irregular upload schedule. I have been Elvira. I am a plus size, tall, and swole Lolita, and I will see you in the next video, whatever form it may take. Alright, this bunny says bye-bye.